Shalom, my name is Michael Decker and I'm a lawyer within the law offices of Decker Picks, Ophir & Co. Today I wanted to discuss a matter under labor law regarding employment of youth and children. I'm doing this video following a question that my daughter Hodaya basically asked me regarding employment of youth and children. And because she asked me these questions, I thought it would be appropriate basically for her to ask me these questions in this video. I will answer her, and through this our audience can basically learn about the jurisprudence in Israel regarding employment of youth and children. So maybe you can ask me the questions you already asked me, Hodaya.
So from what age can you work?
Basically, generally speaking, the employment age, the legal employment age, which is also subject to many limitations, is 15. However, in order to even receive an approval to work from age 15, you need a special permission from the supervisor on the matter within the Ministry of Education, whereby the relevant youth that's above 15 is exempt from obligatory studying in Israel, or that he finished his obligatory studying in Israel. During the summer vacation, though, because youth don't study during the summer vacation, the law is more flexible, meaning, first of all, you can start working at age 14 and not 15. However, there are still limitations, naturally, because we're dealing with youth, and in these ages, basically, the employer is obliged to provide a healthy work environment, easy jobs, and you can learn more about all the conditions to this in the articles we wrote on our website.
So how much do they get paid?
That's a very good question, Hodaya. From between age 50, first of all, in Israel there is minimum wage. The minimum wage changes all the time. Today the minimum wage is 29 shekels and 12 agorot. But really, when you employ youth, you don't even need to pay the minimum wage. So between ages 15 to 16, you need to pay 70% of the minimum wage. Between age 16 to 17, you need to pay 75% of the minimum wage. And between ages 17 to 18, you need to pay 83% of the minimum wage.
So what about children?
That's another very good question, Hodaya. So basically, you're dealing with children under the age of 15 always and 14 during summer break. So basically, the law doesn't allow them to work because the state of Israel doesn't want to encourage employment of children or youth, for that matter, because the jurisprudence in Israel wants to encourage youth and children to develop without any pressure or burden of working. However, there are exceptions even to this, because, for example, sometimes big companies, mainly those that are targeting products that are sold to parents of children, yes, like children's clothing and so on and so forth, want basically to use children models, for example, or for performances, or for different events like this. And for this purpose, it is allowed. However, you need the approval of the parents or the legal guardian for this purpose. So generally speaking, they're not allowed to work other than the exceptions I just mentioned now. But Hodaya, first of all, thank you for asking these questions. And unfortunately, you're going to need to wait because you're only 13. So you're going to need to wait until you're 14 before you can work during summer break. But if you're very good, I might even be willing to employ you in my office when you're 14, and I might even agree to pay you more than minimum wage, because The minimum wage I discussed are the minimal requirements. You're always allowed to pay more. I'm not allowed to pay less, even if you agree to get less, but I'm always allowed to pay more. So if you're very nice, I'll maybe agree to pay you more. And until then, unfortunately, you'll need to it will need to be sufficient for you, the allowance I give you for washing dishes. Sorry, Hodaya. Thank you very much for your patience and for your time. And if you have any more questions or clarifications, you can feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to be of assistance.